Hi everybody. So my presentation is going to deal with why we should keep beaches clean as well as it is impacting sea marine life. So let's get started. So what is the overall problem and why is this important? So this kind of problem I kind of picked it because there's kind of two main parts that play within a role with one another. So the first one is why should we keep beaches clean? Why should we keep it clean and safe for environment? So I think that's a really important question is because an answer is it's a hot spot for tourists, for summer vacations. There's millions of people who visit the beach each and every year. There's people who even live um, along the coast and that are live like right on the beach. So, I think it's important to keep these beaches clean because, like I mentioned, it's a hot spot for vacation spots. And I think if the beaches aren't really clean and they hold a bad reputation, I think the number of tourists and vacations will decrease tremendously. The second one is it's impacting sea marine life. Plastic that gets into the waters, um, into the oceans, it's impacting sea marine life. They're mistaking the product and the plastics as food, which they can't digest, and it creates choking hazards, like fish can get stuck, fish, turtles, um, anything from sharks, they can get caught up into the nets, the fishing nets, and it keeps them from swimming, traveling, keeps them from eating other food that they need to survive. What are some long-term effects? Mentioned before, it kills marine life. It is I did some research and it's estimated that there's roughly 100,000 marine life that's impacted each and every year. I think if the beaches become dirty enough as well as the water um, conditions, with the humans that go to the beach and they get into the water, I don't think they can become ill from being into the water while it be contaminated, whether it be from chemical waste, um, pollution from the plastic. Um, I just feel like the vacations will decrease a lot as well as the marine life. It's kind of a chain reaction as these two problems kind of play a role with one another. How can we spread awareness of this issue? There's a few things that I've kind of learned and seen throughout my experience from taking multiple trips to vacations along the beaches. On each beach, there's garbage cans all throughout the beach, as well signs or boards that say pick up trash, recycle, throw away your garbage. I've seen cleanup crews even be on the beach while I've been there. They make cleanup videos and explain why it's important to pick up these items. Some of these items contain plastic, straws, chemical waste, glass, bottle caps, just anything with plastic product or material. Those are very harmful for the environment, yet alone the waters, beaches, and sea life in general. How can we prevent this from happening? There's a few ways I've thought of, such as, how when families go to the beach, they pack their own coolers and food and drinks and snacks for their time at the beach. Instead of bringing like plastic bottles, I think families and individuals could bring their own like Yeti cups or water bottles that you can just reuse, like the hard bottles that are insulated that keep water warm throughout hours. I think families can bring their own trash bags when they visit the beach. Well, they can throw their own trash away and take that with them while they exit the beach. If you see trash, just pick it up in general, just if there's garbage on the beach or if you even see it floating in the water, just it makes a difference of that particular material making it to, let's say, a sea turtle, for instance, it mistakens it as food, or there's like a net that it gets caught in, it can't travel, and it could end up being a part of the 100,000 marine life that don't make it each year. You know, I just think people avoiding plastic in general can be very helpful just for the environment, especially for the beach area. You know, and I think we all need to be accountable for our actions with how we are, especially in these kind of environments, because it's not just only impacting us, but it may be impacting ecosystems and marine life mentioned before. And I think this complex problem, you know, I'm kind of passionate about this topic because I enjoy fishing and my hobbies, you know, so I'm always outdoors, and it's kind of depressing seeing the amount of trash and litter we have in our environment. And if I see trash, I'm always picking it up. But in general, this complex problem is just it's kind of a chain with one another. It's not one problem in general. It kind of breaks down to multiple factors. Like I mentioned before, beaches are a very populated area. You know, there's tons of people that are always on the beach with their trash and garbage that end up making their way into the waters, and you know, it's impacting not just the beach but also the sea life as well. And here's my works cited that I've used throughout the project, and I think this concludes my overall project. Thank you.